is Liverpool, of course, who sit top of the table after coming behind against Brighton. Their performance at Anfield was far from flawless, and the fact Brighton could have been 3 up at half-time. But, of course, those quick goals that we saw in the second half to give Arne Slot's side another victory, which puts them top of the table. They're just short, according to the bookies, when it comes to being favourites, but they're way ahead now of Arsenal and Chelsea. Mario, what do we learn from Liverpool this weekend going forward as title contenders? Do we focus on the fact that really Brighton should have punished them, or they show great character in the second half to come from behind?
They show great character, but I think, you know, like how you said, like Brighton should have punished them, it also comes down to the killer instinct of the team, right? Because Brighton is a good playing football team, but, you know, sometimes you need that last bit of percentage to finish things off, and they couldn't finish them off. And when you look at Liverpool, the side of what Liverpool has now is there are moments when they want to control the game. When they don't control the game, they have to be careful to play against a team, of course, that will punish them. And they didn't have that. So that's why I think that's also Slot what he's good at. He is a coach that adapts and tries to learn as quick as he can. And that is what he was used to when he was playing in Holland. That's why when he came to Liverpool, remember a couple of weeks ago, not the last international game, but the one before, he played the same players and they looked out of pace. The second game, when they had the international break again, he changed certain things. And they won that game. So he learns really quickly. And I think this is the kind of football, what I'm saying is that what he really has to focus on, making sure that his team stays on it, because you are leading now. And I think in this season, we cannot, I mean, it's maybe a little bit too early. I think Nathan said that, he's right. It's too early. But still we have to focus on saying, the winter is coming, guys. And we know when the winter comes, you want the team that at least can push himself over the line. And that is why I'm worried a little bit about Arsenal, what we just talked about. If they can't push that, the danger will come.
Mario going all Game of Thrones on us. Does it help them that no one expects them to be top at the end of the season?
I'm not so sure. I think from outside of Anfield, yes. But I don't think Slot and the players or anybody concerned are connected to Liverpool is thinking anything other than how can we get better? How can we dominate games more? Because
so how can they? Because that first half was a shambles.
Well, the problem is it hasn't just been that one game. You know, we're talking about this as if it's just been one game. You know, the last three out of four league games at Anfield, Liverpool shouldn't have won them. They got beat at Forest.
Yep.
Now, they had a good performance against Bournemouth. We're like, OK, they're back to normal. And then we had the Chelsea game. They got outplayed against Chelsea at Anfield, still won the game. And then the same thing happened at home to Brighton, where they got out. Now, we can all sit here and throw the old classic, well, it's a sign of a good team when you don't play well and you win. Well, that's OK if you have to do that on the odd occasion. But that's 2 out of the last 3 games. Sorry, 2 out of the last 4 where they've been outplayed, but they've managed to win. You can't keep doing that and keep winning, and you certainly can't win a title if that's how you're going to be, at home in particular.
Meanwhile, interesting stuff from Mo Salah. Of course, a brilliant goal for him that proved to be the winner. Now, he took to Twitter. This is what he tweeted. And what's interesting is the last sentence, of course, which people are going to make a lot of. Oh, my God, I can't read any of that. Let me move. It says, top of the table is where the club belongs, nothing less. All teams win matches, but there's only one champion in the end. That's where we want to be. Thank you for your support last night. No matter what happens, I will never forget what scoring at Anfield feels like. Why did he put that bit in? Didn't need that.
Well, the atmosphere, the noise, that 3-5 seconds, whatever it was,
right,
that stays with you is, to me, what he's talking about there. I just think it's too easy to overanalyze it and go, oh, he's saying bye-bye.
Is that fair?
What I would say is that it was unnecessary for him to put in the last couple of things that he said. He could have said all the things that you just mentioned, Stevie, and I'll take that with me forever and ever. But it was unnecessary to say, well, no matter what happens, I'll take that with me. That sounded a lot like, this is coming to an end, but I'll take the good memories with me.
I understand where everybody's pulling that from, don't get me wrong,
right,
but I think it's too easy to look that way and not reflect on actually that particular moment and that noise and that sound and what happened on the field at that time, these are things that never leave you. They're special. That's what I'm saying.
Mario, what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because what Ali just said, the line at the end, there is some, let's say it like this, in normal life we would say he's cooking something and we all know it's boiling. Because why are you putting that line in? Come on now, guys. He could have said anything. But why are you putting that line in? You want to tell us something, but you don't want to say it. So, look, and I understand what Stevie says, like, oh, the guys know whatever. But Stevie, come on. If you were playing and you put that line in, I'm going to knock on your door and say, Stevie, be honest to me now.
I'm going on
Tell
the
me what's up.
side,
What's up, Stevie? What are you cooking?
I'm sorry about the positive.
Is Stevie in denial, Naden?
I think I know what Stevie's trying to say, but again, like, Salah's picked every word very carefully there. And as far as I know, he didn't turn off the comments for the post either, so clearly he's after some level of engagement. That sort of like, ooh, what if? Maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll go. He seems like he's very much enjoying himself. And
too many
stuff that he said is factual. Because no, it's not negative. It's not negative. I think he's just enjoying being the centre of attention in this moment because nobody knows what he's going to do apart from him. And I think he's trying to get people to try and figure it out. And I guess in time he'll have to tell us why.
If he had been a comment in passing, in a interview, post-game sort of thing, live television, whatever the case may be, you kind of understand that maybe he gets scared away with emotions. But this is something in which you sit back and you have plenty of time to think about what is it that you're going to say. This is not a moment in time. This is not a passing moment. This is not a passing emotion. This is something that he's thought about and clearly put that in with a purpose.
Why Stevie's no longer on Twitter, because he didn't maybe give as much thought to these tweets as I did. Liverpool, of course, up next for them is Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. What a match this should be. Of course, Xabi Alonso will get a lot of attention returning to Anfield. Everyone's gone for a 2-1 victory, apart from Stevie Nicol, who's gone for a 2-2. This is quite negative, obviously.
Yeah, I thought you were the positive one.
Tables have just turned. Liverpool have been giving chances away at home in particular. And I think of Boniface and Wirtz and Frimpong, and I think, are they going to pass up the chances that other sides haven't taken at Anfield recently? That's why I've gone for the 2-2 draw, because I think Liverpool will score a couple of goals. And I don't think Kanate will play either. So that's, it's probably going to be Quansah, who, to be quite honest, has been struggling recently. So, yeah, that's why I've gone for 2-2.
Ali, you've seen a lot of Bayer Leverkusen, of course. Last season, when they were so successful, this campaign, where they just haven't had the rub of the green. Stuttgart, a great example of that. Is that why you've gone for 2-1?
Well, it's because they are yet to put together 90 minutes of a full performance where all facets of the game are working. And this is a team that, when they're flowing, when they're passing the ball, when they're controlling the pace, they're going to create opportunities, as you just mentioned, Stevie. However, they're also a team that can be exposed. They're also a team that have vulnerabilities defensively. It's a team that is giving up goals for fun. And you think about, why is that different from last season? And the truth of the matter is that it comes down not necessarily to tactics or whether you have enough numbers behind the ball. It's about the intensity or lack thereof with which they're playing defensively. They're not getting close enough to people. They're not closing the ball down with the same sort of intensity that they did last season. And honestly, teams are creating chances. In transition, with possession, they're scoring goals. It's other teams that are scoring late goals. It's not Leverkusen that's scoring the late goals. That's why, until I see a full performance from them, full 90 minutes of every facet of the game working, I'm not going to give them the sort of result that they think they should be able to get against Liverpool away from home.